I'm gonna go off what I remember when I rewatched the Clone Wars a couple of months ago. Now, with the character of Ahsoka, I remember in the beginning of the series, even the movie, she was a tad annoying.
She calls R2 R2-y and Anakin Sky Guy. That not their names, you dumb girl.
It was kind of irritating at times, but over the course of the series, she obviously grew into being a really important character. Even the fan base loves her. She got so much popular that now Rosario Dawson's gonna play her, so that's awesome. I think with the final season of the Clone Wars being out already and we're, getting new episodes each weekly, one part of me is kind of like, oh man, I really want to jump into the Siege of Mandlore storyline, a storyline that's already been talked about in Star Wars media. But I do like the fact that we are at least gonna focus for 4 episodes on Ahsoka's point of view after she left the Jedi Order. So Ahsoka starts her journey riding her bike into the lower levels of Coruscant called 1313. Which is, side note, a video game that Disney canceled, but I really glad they acknowledged it. We get a bit of an action scene with the bike busting up. Luckily, she saves herself and is then greeted by a mechanic named Trace who offers her help to repair the bike. I like that there's a little quick moment of reflection that Ahsoka has been on the lower levels. It kind of gives a little bit of a breather, kind of realizing, wow, this is Ahsoka's first time being by herself. Considering the fact that she grew up in the Jedi Order, this is her trying to figure out where she is in life and what she's going to do with her future. Even the scene after with Trace, I really do like the fact that Trace really doesn't trust the Jedi, that she kind of accuses them of starting the war, while Ahsoka's she doesn't understand why she would think that.
When you're a kid, you hear stories. I guess they're not what I thought they'd be.
We're seeing every person's point of view on the Star Wars mythology about Jedis, at least during the Clone Wars, that even though the Jedi are saving people, they're not really doing as much, I guess, to protect the galaxy. And it's a very interesting moment of reflection about the Jedi. Later in Han Solo fashion, we get a couple of gangsters coming in asking for money that they were owed. Naturally, Ahsoka intervenes and beats them up in the most coolest way fashion.
Where did you learn to fight like that?
My older brother taught me.
Maybe you can teach me someday. Come on.
That's the cutest thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
Soon after, Trace and Ahsoka meet up with Raph, Trace's older sister, who kind of needs help selling a couple of droids in order to pay off the gangsters who needed the money to begin with. Ahsoka offers to help and they do repair some of the droids, but then one of them goes haywire and goes on a rampage. They go chase after it and eventually they catch it, but with Ahsoka using the Force incognito, she's able to help save Trace, and yeah, the day is sort of saved. The reason I say sorta is because you would think that in a clean-cut story, they're like, okay, we're not going to sell the droids, but no, Raph, the older sister, I think sells them at double the price. So it does really introduce this idea of a gray line as opposed to a black and white line of being good or evil, that sometimes you have to do things that are not naturally good. And it's a really good moment to see Ahsoka witnessing this firsthand, that even if you want to do something good, it doesn't really pay off. I don't know. This was a solid episode. I know a lot of people kind of had a few issues that it was boring or whatever, but I enjoy the fact that I was just watching another adventure with Ahsoka, and I can't wait to see how the next 2 episodes deal with that. Yeah, alright. Thanks, guys.